Let's talk about one of the biggest financial decisions that often holds people back, and it's sitting right in your driveway. It's the choice between a shiny new car with a monthly payment and a reliable, older car that you own outright. There's a quiet truth in the world of personal finance. Some of the most wealth-conscious people drive cars that look like they've seen better days. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart with your money from the very start. Welcome to Invest Easy 101, and I help beginners make sense of money. Today, we're going to look at cars not as a status symbol, but as a tool for getting from point A to point B. When you view a car through this simple lens, it changes everything about how you spend your money and build your future. If you've ever felt the pressure to have a nice car, this conversation is for you. First, let's be clear what we mean by an older or used car. We are not talking about a broken-down vehicle that leaves you stranded. That's not a smart financial move, it's a stressful liability. We're talking about a car that is mechanically sound, safe, and reliable, but just doesn't look new. It might have some faded paint, a small dent, or a high number on the odometer. Its job is transportation, not turning heads. Most people shop for cars backwards. They start with how the car looks and feels. They get excited by the new technology, the smell, the sleek design. These are emotional reactions. But building wealth with your money requires a shift to thinking logically. The most important question is not, how does this car make me feel, but what is the total cost to own and operate this car? This is the core difference in mindset. People focused on building wealth see a car for its utility, its ability to provide reliable transportation at the lowest possible total cost. The focus is on value. People focused on status see a car as an extension of their identity. The focus is on monthly payment and image. This single choice can create a massive gap in your financial future. Let's look at the simple, powerful math. Imagine you have two choices. Choice 1 is a newer used car with a loan. Your payment is $450 a month for 6 years. Choice 2 is an older version of a reliable model. You pay $8,000 in cash and you own it immediately. The common assumption is that the newer car is the better deal because it's newer, but the numbers tell a different story. That $450 monthly payment adds up to over $32,000 in 6 years, not including interest on the loan. You'll also pay more for insurance because the loan requires full coverage. Meanwhile, the person who paid $8,000 cash has no monthly payment. They can often choose cheaper insurance, and most importantly, they now have $450 freed up every single month. Now, imagine that person takes that $450 each month and invests it. If they put it into a diversified investment earning an average return, in those same 6 years, they could have over $40,000 growing in an account. So, after 6 years, one person has a car that's now worth much less and no extra savings. The other has a paid-off car that still gets them to work, plus a significant investment account. That's the power of redirecting a car payment. A common worry is that older cars cost too much in repairs. This is a valid concern, but let's put it in perspective. Even with occasional repairs, the annual cost of maintaining a well-chosen older car is almost always far less than the annual cost of a new car payment. A major $1,500 repair feels big, but it's equal to just a few months of a payment on a financed car. The key is to be strategic in your purchase to avoid a money pit. This means learning to evaluate a used car's mechanical health, not just its looks. You don't need to be a mechanic, you need to know the basics. Before you buy, check the vehicle history report. Have a trusted mechanic do a pre-purchase inspection. This small fee can save you thousands. Look for cars known for reliability, with a good maintenance record. Focus on the engine, transmission, brakes, and frame, not the minor scratches. Here's something that might surprise you. Many older cars are mechanically simpler and can be more reliable in some ways than newer, complex models. They have fewer complicated computer systems that can fail. When they do need repairs, the parts and labor are often less expensive.
There is a sweet spot for used cars, often around 5 to 10 years old, where the steepest depreciation has already happened, but many years of reliable service remain. The financial benefits extend beyond the purchase price. Insurance is cheaper when you own a car outright and only need liability coverage. You also gain tremendous psychological freedom. When your car has a small dent, it's not a crisis. You don't stress about parking lot doors or keeping it perfectly detailed. Your car is a tool, not a trophy. This mindset begins to affect other spending decisions too. You start to question why you pay a premium for status in other areas of life. You separate your self-worth from your possessions. This is a profound shift that builds real confidence. Your confidence comes from your growing savings account and your peace of mind, not from a shiny object in the driveway.
Let's talk about social pressure. We are bombarded with messages that a car defines us. Advertisements sell a lifestyle, not transportation. But think about the people whose opinions truly matter, your close friends, your family. Do they care about the age of your car? No, they care about you. The only people judging your car are strangers, and their opinion has zero impact on your financial security or happiness. I knew an investor who drove a very old, very plain truck. When asked why, he said that truck cost him $4,000 5 years ago and never broke down. In those same 5 years, the money he didn't spend on car payments went into buying a rental property. His beater truck was directly responsible for building his asset column. He understood opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up when you choose one thing over another. Every dollar that goes to a car payment is a dollar that is not invested. It's not compounding for you in the stock market. It's not going into a down payment for a home. Over 30 years, a $400 monthly car payment invested instead could grow to well over $400,000. You are trading potential future wealth for a feeling today. Now, this advice isn't absolute. If your profession requires a presentable car for clients, that's a business decision. But for most people, a car is purely for personal use. For you, a more expensive car is consumption, not an investment. It's money leaving your life for something that loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. The fear of repairs is often overstated. All cars require maintenance, new or old. Budget for it. Set aside a small amount each month into a car maintenance fund. When you need tires or brakes, the money is there. This is far more predictable and affordable than a relentless monthly payment to a bank. Do your research. Spend more time researching an $8,000 car than most people do researching a $50 TV. Read reviews on reliability. Join online forums for that specific model. Knowledge is power, and it prevents you from buying a problematic car. A well-researched used car is one of the smartest financial moves a beginner can make. The car sales and financing industry wants you to think about monthly payments. It's a trap that keeps you in a cycle of debt, always paying for a depreciating asset. When you pay cash for a used car, you break that cycle. You own an asset outright. You control your cash flow. This sense of financial control is incredibly empowering and spills over into all parts of your financial life. Driving an older car is a quiet declaration of independence. It says your priorities are different. You are focused on building security and options for the future, not on displaying temporary symbols. It builds a resilience and self-assurance that no car loan can ever provide. Start with the numbers. Write down what a car payment, full coverage insurance, and higher registration fees would cost you each month. Then write down the cost of a reliable used car, basic insurance, and an estimated maintenance fund. The difference is your wealth-building bonus. That's the money you can automatically redirect to your emergency fund, your Roth IRA, or your investment account. Imagine starting this habit at age 25. If you consistently invest your would-be car payment for 40 years, you are looking at building a retirement fund worth nearly $1 million just from this one choice. That is the staggering power of compound interest working for you instead of you working for a car payment. Your car is a tool. Choose the tool that does the job at the lowest lifetime cost. The goal is not to drive the worst car possible, but the most financially sensible one for your situation. Let the car in your neighbor's driveway be their expense. Let the growing balance in your investment account be your signature of success.
True wealth isn't about what you drive. It's about the security you feel when you check your bank account. It's about the freedom you have because you aren't tied to a massive monthly obligation. It's about knowing your money is working for your future every single day. Make the choice that serves your long-term goals, not just today's ego. Thank you for watching Invest Easy 101. If this perspective helps you see a common expense in a new light, please subscribe. We're here to help you make confident, simple choices with your money. Let us know in the comments what financial topic you'd like us to tackle next.